And the first speaker is a woman of many attributes. She is not only a fashion designer, but she also spotlights social issues and goes ahead and empowers young women. Her title talk is called From Cows to Cannabis. Please give a round of applause for Miss Caterina Bortolussi.
Okay, hello everybody. Okay, so today we're going to talk about my story. And there is a story called From Cow to Cannabis. My name is Caterina Bortolussi, as Zainab rightly said, and I was born in a little village of 300 people in the countryside of Italy. This is my family house, and it's all surrounded by farmland. My grandparents were farmers. My uncles have a cattle ranch, and my father, he buys and sells cows. So this is all I knew as, growing up. Simple living, good value, and God first. I've always been a little bit flamboyant and colorful. And my mother used to tell me when I was a kid that, when I was born, the circus was in town. And basically there was a woman from the crew that she was pregnant too. And she delivered the same date as she delivered. So she told me that actually they exchanged us in the hospital. So I was actually from the circus. I thought that that was really funny, and I thought that was a way to admire my creativity. I also knew that she probably wanted something different from me. She wanted, me to become, to work in a bank, to live close by, and have a family. So I followed a little bit what she wanted me to be. So I studied business, and as I ended, I moved to London. When I moved to London, I got a job in the financial district, Canary Wharf, and I work in Barclays Capital. From the first day, let's say first week, I understood that it was not for me. And it was, I would say, boring. And the only way I could use my creativity was through my outfits. And that's what I did. I entertained every day the 24 floors of my building with funky and colorful outfits. And to the extent that my boss came to me with a proposition of a pay rise and a promotion, and she said, but you will have to invest a percentage of this pay rise in new workwear and suits. And what did I do? I obviously declined. And I started looking for a new job. I moved from job to job in London, and finally in 2006, I moved to Nigeria. I never expected to come to Africa. But the moment I arrived here, I felt that there was an energy and a vibrancy that I never felt it before. And I really enjoyed it. And I felt that here, everything is possible. I never felt it in the UK, I never felt it in Italy. And I also felt that here, I could make my dream a reality. I could actually be my dream. And what was my dream? To be a fashion designer. It took me some time, but in 2010, I got the courage, and I actually started. It wasn't easy. I didn't know anything about fabrics, cutting patterns, sewing machine. I didn't know how to run an atelier. I'd never been to an atelier before, but I didn't care. I just wanted to be. And, but I was also very lucky that my friend from childhood and my sister, she happened to be in Nigeria as well. And we gathered forces, and we had the vision. Make fashion a vehicle. For us, fashion is our art. A vehicle for change, a vehicle to inspire people. And that's what we did. We came out with a roadmap, 4 phases: inspiration, awareness, empowerment, and development. So we started with the first phase, which was inspiration. We wanted to inspire people that they could actually be their dream. Just like us, we were making our dream our reality. And this is what we did. We went to the communities in Port Harcourt, the so-called waterfront, which are informal settlements, home of 500,000 people, challenged by degradation and security issues. And we started working with girls from these communities. And we wanted to inspire them that could actually be the dream in life. We trained them in makeup, hairstyling, posing, life coaching. And they feature in our first fashion show. What you see here is actually our documentary, and this is part of the second phase, awareness. This documentary went all over the world. It went to Italy. It was shown during the film festival in Venice. It went to Chennai. It's going to go to Kenya, Verona. The message is spreading. and also gave us the opportunity to be here today. These girls, through this opportunity, they actually learned a job. And now you can see them working as usher today. They have been modeling, they have been supporting their families. Some of them are in university. So they actually are believing that there is something more for them in life. They were also featured in many different magazines. You see, they were in magazines in London, CNN, Italy, Nigeria, covers. So it was really amazing. And this is also part of our empowerment phase. Empowerment, we also went a step ahead, and we start training single mothers in the communities and to print T-shirts. And it was really amazing. So instead of doing it with a machine, we taught them how to do it with, manually. And so they could earn a living. We went a step ahead, and we thought that a big problem with these communities is actually to sanitation, the pollution around them. So we organized monthly collection of garbage. And what we managed to achieve with just a project, an idea, was actually to place the community in the map for weekly collection with the government, whereas before there was no dialogue. So we're working also towards a long-term vision of training tailors in drafting patterns, utilizing their skills to sew. Why? Because we believe into made in Nigeria. We believe into producing locally our clothes. But what we stand for is a fashion label that is not just socially conscious, is a business and is vertically integrated. What we want to do is move from production of clothes to production of fabrics, and to production of fabrics to growing our own fiber. And which one is the fiber that we think it will be a turning point? Yes, cannabis. Why cannabis? Cannabis is softer and is 10 times more resistant than cotton. It pollutes less because it utilizes less fertilizer, less pesticides, and it can be grown anywhere. It doesn't require a lot of water. Not just that, it produces twice as much fiber as cotton. So it has an economic, a commercial, and environmental sense. We see a fashion as a vehicle to be a contributor to GDP. The World Economic Forum identified fashion as a sector that could foster growth in Africa. We see this, and we're working towards it. Thank you very much.